have some huge Pokemon Pokopia news for you right now, so sit back, enjoy, leave a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, and let's jump in. So it turns out a brand new Nintendo Treehouse Live will air tomorrow, dedicated to 2 games, one of course being Pokemon Pokopia. On February 24th, so literally tomorrow, Nintendo Treehouse will go live, playing through Super Mario Bros. Wonder, the Nintendo Switch 2 edition, and the extra game modes coming to that game, and a segment on Pokemon Pokopia. It's going to be 80 minutes long, which is pretty crazy, with it divided between the 2 games, so Pokemon Pokopia will see 40 minutes of unseen, never before released gameplay. This will be a great opportunity for those who never made it to the demo at the recent in-person event to see what the gameplay is like, some of the mechanics, how things play out, how you encounter Pokemon, and some of the other things Pokemon Pokopia offers. Now the Nintendo Treehouse Live goes live 10 PM, so it's going to be a late one here in the UK. That's 11 PM, a bit later actually in Europe, 7 AM Japan Standard Time, 2 PM and 5 PM Pacific and Eastern respectively. So quite a late one actually for most people, but I'm not going to complain because it's going to be awesome to see some new gameplay. It's going to show off a lot actually. Now, I don't know if this means we're going to get our hands on the demo tomorrow. They may well, after the Treehouse Live, say the demo is now playable for everyone, because the demo exists. It's just whether or not Nintendo decide to put it in the eShop. So this is all really exciting, and honestly, if we don't see the demo tomorrow, there's another chance at the end of the week, because a Pokemon Presents has of course also been announced for February 27th to honor the 30th anniversary of Pokemon in general. They're going to feature a whole bunch of games, pretty much everything you could expect from a general Pokemon Presents, so I imagine Pokopia will have a segment in that too, and that's when they might say, by the way, a demo is available after the presentation. So either tomorrow or on Friday, February 27th, I do expect a Pokemon Pokopia demo to be available in the eShop. If not, we're only a couple of weeks away anyway, and a Treehouse Live tomorrow showing us really cool things will be enough to see us through. Moving on, we've got a couple of other little bits of news to highlight, and that is 123 Pokemon so far have been discovered in the demo, in trailers, in people's gameplay, and various screenshots that have surfaced since the game was announced. There's 123 already in a spin-off, which is pretty crazy. What's more is we already know Espeon, I think it was, or Umbreon, has been numbered as 284 in the game's Pokedex, so we do know there's going to be near 300 Pokemon in the game at launch, which is pretty crazy. And honestly, I've talked about this before, but I do expect again Pokemon Pokopia to see regular updates, DLC most likely, in-game events, and other things. Like when Gen 10 is launched, I expect some Gen 10 Pokemon to make it through to Pokopia. Now, I'm not going to go through every Pokemon, otherwise we'd be here all day, but there is a cool picture circulating online of all of the Pokemon. We've got 50 from Kanto, 19 from Johto, 13 from Hoenn, 14 from Sinnoh, 11 from Unova, 5 from Kalos, 2 Aloha, 5 Gala, and 4 Paldea. Totaling at the moment 123 Pokemon. Obviously it's heavily swayed by Kanto and Johto, which is really cool. I think this is the perfect game to reintroduce some of the older Gen 1s to new Pokemon players, and also hit that nostalgia for the older generation, older Pokemon fans who will be looking at this game for maybe considering jumping back into Pokemon. So great decision, I think personally, as a huge Kanto and Johto fan, to go with that. But I do think as time moves forward, we will see others from Kalos and Paldea, and more Pokemon will join Pokopia, no doubt. Anyway, before we get too carried away with just talking about random Pokemon joining the game, we've got 2 screenshots I'd like to go over as well, just quickly towards the end of the video. And that is these 2 screenshots here. The first one showing the Ditto character on a kind of, I guess it's a really tall cliff. They've just built up the blocks all the way up, and it just shows you just how vast this game is. They're so high up. I don't even want to guess, like 50, 60 blocks high. It just goes to show how much space we're going to have in this game to just fill. I don't know if there's going to be a block limit, but this really goes to show just how high up you can actually build. And I just wanted to highlight that because it's pretty crazy. It really shows how big the island is, and you could honestly make like a tower. You could make a house with like 15 floors maybe if you wanted to. So I just wanted to share that. The other one here is a little bit more of a detailed view of some stairs and a bit of a mansion mansion there that probably is 2 or 3 floors high, and again it shows you just how high up we can build these things out of blocks and terrain and different materials and stuff. So just these two are circulating recently. I just wanted to share those again because just it's a bit of a reminder of just how vast this island will be, and it's one of 2 islands. We've got a local island, of course, and we've got an online island. So yeah, pretty crazy. It gets me really excited because it's just going to be a massive game. So there we go. I just wanted to share a couple of news stories today, with the biggest being the Treehouse Live presentation tomorrow. We probably will react to it, or maybe we'll go live. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you'd like to see there, but there definitely will be a highlights kind of video from me tomorrow, so I hope you're looking forward to it. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.